Hello there, my friends. I was just messing around with the various effects you can do on a photo booth and it's making myself laugh at being a bit silly. But anyway, hope that you're doing fantastically well today. I was commenting on somebody's tweet earlier on today, and my reply was that creativity begets creativity. You know, just throw yourself into the work. And if you boil things down, well, creativity is action. It's doing something. It's creating something, giving something life. And action begets action for several really good reasons. One, it eliminates any excuses that you have in your mind that are just sort of blocking you, you know, constant brick walls that you're coming up against. And doubt is such a dangerous thing because the more that you give into it, the less that you do, the worse that doubt, you know, gets in your mind. So excuses are completely out. And also, another really amazing reason why action can get you over that hump is because you're afraid of all these various things that you need to do, and you actually realise that once you get into doing stuff, that all of the worries in your head are they're just ways of procrastinating, of delaying things and not actually getting what it is that you want. And I was just thinking about this actually. I'm glad that I recorded this video in the evening, because scrolling through Twitter, what you find, we are all subject and we are all part of the time and culture that we're in. We can't help but be part, we cannot escape completely the conditions that we're living in, which is why it is so important to know your own mind and to make your own decisions that build your resilience and increase your confidence at all times. Because places like Twitter are full of so many different people, but of course you've got a lot of young people who have been brought up with social media, and it's always been a thing for them. And the really interesting thing in having all of this access to all the people over the world, there's absolutely no doubt that our brains are not completely set up for it, if at all. But the theme is all about censorship. Because again, that's what the conditions have been like for them. So it's ban this, get rid of that, you know, this shouldn't exist. Well, no. You develop character to be able to say no to things. That is the sign of a dignified, self-assured person with willpower, you see? So when you get into action, what you'll realise is that you are your own best friend, but potentially your own worst enemy, depending on what you believe. But once you've sounded out all of the, well, let's call them distractions, or all of the doubts that you have in your mind, you're able to get on with stuff, and you're able to actually get from the day rather than get through the day. It's a very subtle distinction. It's a change of one word, but it makes all of the difference, because we are where we are, and we can bemoan and decry everything that's come before us, but you could use it as a foundation. Imagine what that would be like, to actually use your circumstances and say, well, there's this A is what I want, B is how I'm going to get there, and then there's C, all of the stuff that comes from before. And I guarantee you, if you're still alive, there will have been things that you have done in your past that have worked, that have been good. You might not like some of it. A lot of people, you know, keep putting this out. I mean, it makes me sort of laugh. I'm not judging the people for saying it, but you should cringe when you think of what you've done in the past. No. It's all part of the process. It's all on the path. Maybe you wish in retrospect that you hadn't behaved in XYZ kind of way. But you have. You have. And there's a historic point in your past, and then there's the process that you're going through, and then there's some kind of transformation. And that, my friends, is what we call wisdom. I went from not being very satisfied. Let's take me 2.5 months now, completely sober, not a drop of alcohol. And I've stopped drinking in my past several times, and the longest period was actually 2 years. I'm sure that this new period will be even longer than that, because without alcohol, my life is so much better. Who knows in the future what might happen? But I went from no energy, not feeling great about myself, being unhealthy and feeling listless, to giving up, making a decision that my life was worth more, and now is worth a hell of a lot more, because I have the focus, the energy, the mental clarity to be able to do all this stuff that I'm doing. And of course, the aim to increase all of the efforts, to expand, to actually make the dreams, goals with deadlines, to become a reality. All of this is at your fingertips, but you have to take, with all the resistance that you're going to feel, believe me, I'm not saying that it's just going to be a walk in the park, because it's not. It ain't a fucking picnic. It's not. But overcome that initial resistance, which is why I want to work with you to actually unlock all of the potential within you, which is unbelievably vast. You have to understand that we doubt ourselves so enormously as human beings that we have no idea yet what we could actually achieve. But working with my therapist the last couple of weeks, there's something that's just clicked. It's just a switch has been flicked, and I'm honestly so much more determined and sort of without excuses that I'm just getting on with things, and it feels brilliant. And I believe that the power of a really good therapist, or me, a really good coach, will actually be able to help you. That offer is always open, and all the details are in the description of this video every single time. All you have to do is click and make an appointment. But you are stratospherically capable of whatever it is that you want to do. But you have to get out of your own way and allow your potential to really shine. So make the decision for yourself.